I've got the complete Imaginext Arena collection. I'm going to have to split this up into 2 parts though because there's so much. Part 1 coming up after this. I think we're going to have to do this backwards. Initially, they released the set, which has sounds. I can't believe that the batteries still work after all these years. These are a Target exclusive, it says, in the top corner, but I didn't get these from Target. I got them from Fisher-Price online. You used to be able to go to Fisher-Price. They had really good prices on the shipping and everything. It was great. So initially, there was this set and these 6 figures, and you can see them on the back there. And then later on, they released 2 more, and it's really cool because I call them Skeletor. I mean, that really is 100% Skeletor. And this one I call New Adventure He-Man. He definitely could be New Adventure He-Man. They call him Neil the Spaceman, and they call him Bones the Skeleton. I wouldn't necessarily have wanted to get the playset because, I mean, I don't really need to do these fighting things. It's kind of like that old, I forget what that game was called, where you had to fist things and it was like from the 50s or something. Rock'em Sock'em, maybe that's what it was called. But look at that Minotaur, awesome. And then we get a ninja, awesome. That Minotaur was released again, I think, with the Wonder Woman set in recent years. Those are 2 of the most awesome figures, so I definitely had to get them in the playset. The arena is pretty cool itself. I probably should sell this stuff because finances are bad, but this is probably one of my favorite Imaginext collections, despite their backpacks. We'll look into that. I think these figures are going to have to wait on the wayside. The pirate, is that French? Cliché the pirate. And then Wasabi the samurai. Wait a minute, they have a ninja and a samurai? Does that make sense? Then we have Tiger the hunter. Cool. I didn't believe his name was Tiger. Then we have Sir Peter the knight. Weird packaging with the bubble and everything. And then we have Roman the General. So he's like a gladiator. And then we have Axeman the Viking. I don't know that word. Maybe that's Scandinavian. Axeman? Do you know that name? Is that a real name? And I've never heard. And Neil the Spaceman, and I did that one. And Bones the Skeleton. We're going to open up Bones the Skeleton and Neil. And we're going to open up the arena in this video. That's what we're going to start with. You can see the 6 first ones that you can get. It shows you how to play with it. It gives you the instructions. All of this is in English because this is not a Canadian thing. I rarely open up these packages like this. Oh, we'll get some propaganda. Love that. And then again, it shows you all of the warriors to collect. I don't know if I'm going to show you how to play it. I don't know if I'm interested in doing that. I've definitely seen stuff online on how to play it. Wow, this is much more low profile than I thought. This is strangely heavy. It's really cool that the batteries work. On the bottom it shows you just an off and on position and a place for the battery. And then it's got these fake figures as an example. It's nice that it gives you figures with the playset automatically, because that way you can play right away. This cardboard's a little bent up, but I'll probably glue this back on and definitely keep those because they're just so cool. Well, these figures don't have the backpacks that the other ones have. This is kind of reminding me of the WWE Masters of the Universe that are out right now. It's at a weird angle, so it's hard to figure out how to get it snapped into place. Kind of brittle plastic. Kind of worried about it breaking. It's got some pretty cool details. And I like all these flags and emblems and logos. And it's basically rock, paper, scissors, if I remember correctly. So I don't think that the spinning of these dials really does much. It's more like you choose rock, paper, scissors. That's the kind of game, so you've got a helmet, a shield, or swords.
For one player, press a sword.
Shield
For two
beats
players,
swords,
press a
swords
shield.
beat helmet, helmet beats shield. I think that's how it goes. And then you have these protectors to protect yourself.
For two players, press up shield. Enter the code of the warrior.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn that off. Because I can. Entering the code of the warrior is really cool. See how you can dial in those numbers? So when it's asking you to do that, you would put in swords, helmet, helmet, and that would be the dark shadow. And then Bull the Beast has swords, helmet, swords, and that's really cool. And this is also really cool because they've got bios. I love collector cards, so these are really cool. I wish that they would have made them plastic. Then you hang them up here where you put up their flags so you can talk about who's fighting. And here's what the back of the packaging looks like. I also like that design. Okay, I love the collector cards. I'm not crazy about the playset. I don't really need it. What I am crazy about are these figures. Oh, there's even something even cooler. You don't even need the cards because they actually have their codes stamped on the back of them. I wonder if that's there in the new Wonder Woman figure of him. This guy, definitely one of my favorite Imaginext figures so far. I love his satyr legs. He comes with this helmet, which feels different than the normal plastic that we use. It's very brittle rubber. Feels like an old balloon. Hopefully it doesn't deteriorate. And then when you put it on his helmet, his eyes look out. And that's really, really cool. And he comes with two awesome accessories. He has this club that is super cool, and he has this awesome shield. The handle goes horizontal, which is kind of odd for a shield. Their wrists swivel though, so that's what's cool about them. Their legs move together and they can sit down. They don't go back, but they sit down. They can go in a sit down position, and their arms are on like ball-like joints where they twist and go out and everything. I love that he's kind of a gladiator with a beard, and just the right amount is painted on them. This is what I love. No paint on the accessories, and there's just a little touch on that skull there. It is one amazing looking figure. I love him. I'm gonna sit him in. You can also, I think, put the winner up here. There's two pegs to put a winner here. Let's look at the ninja, the Dark Shadow. No one knows where Dark Shadow came from, where he's going, or what he's talking about. His signature move is so secret, it can't be put in writing. His arch rival is also secret. Hint, his initials are WS. It's so funny. He looks so cool. Oh man, I love like the bracers on his wrists and his knee pads and that little red thing on his forehead. He could be Snake Eyes. He is so cool. There is his code stamped on his back and made out of the same rubbery material. This is a superpower vest with a little bit of paint detail on it. That looks really good on him. He comes with a scythe and this yin and yang blade shield. Very awesome accessories. I'm going to put him up in the winner section, even though I do like the Minotaur better. So cool. On the two new ones, on both packages, they felt they'd put in the Space Neil and Bones, but they took out the Knight. Isn't that kind of weird? Look at how much fun those kids are having, and look at the cool artwork for each individual character. I actually opened one of these Skeletors before. I bought two of them. At the time that I was buying these, they were obsolete. Nobody wanted them. So there were plenty of them on the website, and they were just sitting there and they kept lowering the price. However, now people are kicking themselves because they're some of the most coveted Imaginext figures out there. Packages are really hard to open. Here's Neil the Spaceman's card. And here is his bio, and I guess strengths, and perhaps weaknesses, and his code. Let me just hang that up here. You probably can hang more than one. Yeah. Now the thing that I like least about these figures, which probably isn't such a bad thing, is the mechanism. So we've got this giant thing, but I guess that makes it so it's a really fun thing to play with just by itself. But I think it's because of Skeletor is the reason why I don't like them. I'll show you that when we get to him. But there is Neil in his spacesuit. At this time in Imaginext, there were lots of space sets. They seem to have not been making space for a bit now, but we still have dinosaurs in space. I love when they have space dinosaurs. I definitely have a huge collection of space dinosaurs. Yeah, so that's him with that hood on. This is a launcher, so it has a missile and it fires. Ooh. It's stuck. Maybe it's not supposed to shoot out. I like that. It's just like a push. Love that, because there's nothing I detest more than searching for missiles that shoot across the room. But he has an alternate helmet. He has this piece, which is kind of similar to the helmet. It is a little different, and it looks like that. So I guess that is what he would wear in the arena. And he also has a sword and shield. The sword is kind of loose in his hand, but here he is with his laser light sword and shield action. Neil. Really cool. I'll stick him here. I guess you could fight them with their alternative backpacks on. I don't see why you couldn't. Okay, Skeletor. I should have just found the Skeletor that I already opened. I'm still hoping one day that they make Masters of the Universe out of Imaginext. Who knows, with all of the upcoming cartoons and media, it might actually happen. They are focusing on their Mega Constructs right now, though, which I'm also a huge fan. It's kind of the same scale. Here is his card and code and picture. I like that we get the pictures on the cards. And his bio, and all of those stats there. And I'll hang that in the arena. So, yes. The only way to make him look like Skeletor is to have this full chopper side on his body. So if you remove it, he becomes a yellowhead skeleton. And then his alternative helmet is his King Hiss helmet. In 2000X, they made King Hiss Egyptian. Or did they? I guess they kind of did. They made the Sorceress Egyptian. But that's really cool, even though I kind of want him to be Skeletor. Now that I have two of these, I will probably figure out how to remove the chopper off the back. Another horizontal handle, bizarre. And his axe is a skull. It's really cool. That's what he looks like with all of his weapons and that on, but let's put him back as Skeletor. Oh yeah, you have to take something out when he's Skeletor so you can put his chopper in his hand. Let me see if you can actually put those. Look at his feet. Awesome. I wonder if he's like any of the skeletons that I have in my other Imaginext collection. Those feet do not look similar to me, but it does look like, well, I like that you can play with this without the sound on. It does look like you can wear the backpacks and still fight in the arena, so that's cool. Do they ever touch? Oh yeah, they do touch. So very rock'em sock'em, very cool. I hope you will tune in to see the second part of this video where I will open up the rest of the other 6 of these. I hope that you will like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Look, that kid's on the propaganda. He's doing the same thing as me. Cute. So cool that there's Skeletor. Which figure was your favorite from today? In our next video, we're going to look at this knight, this gladiator, this jungleman, this Viking, like a warrior. Is that what they call the jungle guy? Hunter. Guess it's a warrior. They're all warriors. This samurai. And this pirate. What an awesome collection.